Alright, so this here is my 1977 Chevrolet C10. It's got an 86 front end on it, so if you look at the front end and say, well, that's not a 77. Well, it is. It's got an 86 front end on it. You can see it's very, very nasty. It's been sitting here getting close to 2 years now. Me and my granddad rebuilt this truck, had it painted and everything, and had catastrophic engine failure left and right. Wiped the lobes off the cam because we didn't get some bearing sizes right. Breaking rocker arms because we got the push rod length wrong. Head gasket was leaking. Just all sorts of stuff like that. But anyway, it'll run now. I think the head gaskets might still be leaking, but I've decided I'm going to get it out and crank it and run it, and if it blows up, I'll drop another motor in. I got a 305 sitting in the junk truck that runs good. I can put it in it. But I robbed the carburetor off of it, and it needs some fuel lines. Water's drained out of it, and of course it's extremely nasty. The inside is mildewed a little bit. But in today's video on Country Boy Classics, we're going to pull this truck out and see if we can get it running and get it cleaned up. Under all this dust is a nice black paint job, so let's see what we can do. First thing I got to do is take the battery out and get it on the charger, and I got to run to town and get some fuel line. So that's what I'm going to get started with. Alright, under the hood, got the battery over the side I'm getting ready to take out, and you see no carburetor. I robbed the carburetor off for something else. First thing to do is get this off. And now, I'm most definitely a Ford person. I just like Ford stuff. One thing that Chevrolet did that I don't care for is these sideways posts on these batteries. I'm going to take this thing out and put it on the charger because it's easier. And I got the negative cable off first, so if I touch the wrench to the metal on the positive side, it's not going to do anything. Alrighty, to the charger. Oh boy, look at all the junk in the back of this truck. Anyway, ran got me some fuel line. Found this fuel filter in the barn. It came with something. Anyway, 3/8 to go into the carburetor. 5/16 to slide on the metal line. And this here's a Edelbrock carburetor I traded the Holly for. I don't know anything about it. Hopefully it'll work. The choke was took off of it. The guy said, no colder than it gets around here, you don't need a choke. So we'll see how that goes. Other than that, let's get to putting this thing on. Oh, I got to make a gasket for this thing. The one that was on this thing got tore when I robbed the carburetor off. And they had them, all those on when I got to get the fuel line, but they were like $12, and I didn't want to spend $12. I got some cork. I'll make my own gasket. Okay, it's kind of a bad camera angle, but anyway, you can get the gist of what I'm going to do. You got to pull that fuel line off and get the new one on. Now, like I said, I got to make a gasket. This is just get it up there to get the length for my hose. I think I'll leave that full length on that side, and I can cut it pretty short on this side. Alrighty, that can go in there right there like that, and that can go up there right like that, and that should be good to go. Once I get some clamps on that, but I'm going to go make a gasket now for the carburetor. Okay, I got this gasket made. Hopefully it'll work. Maybe that'll be good enough. Alright, we got this thing about ready to try. I have no water in it, but I'm going to just see if it'll hit. Got the carburetor on, battery back in, and got to plug the vacuum port on the back of the carburetor and pour a little bit of gas in it to prime it, and we'll see what it'll do.
Yeah, pour it in it.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Battery's still not got enough.
Still not got enough. Okay.
Okay, we're going to try to crank this thing again. The battery wasn't charged enough earlier. Probably need to pour some gas in the carburetor. Well, I'll pour a little bit more in it. Okay. And that gas does not look bad that it pumped in the filter.
Okay.
Needs more than that poured in it, really. It's running pretty good. Yeah. Okay, it's the next day. I poured some water in this thing. I'm going to pour some transmission fluid in it and then crank it back up and back it out and see if I can get it cleaned up and see how it runs. It ran good for a little bit. We ran it last night. Alright, well, it cranked right up and it's sitting there running. It sure is nasty. Flow Monsters, same thing as the Flow Master. We'll pull it up on the concrete and wash it off and do the ozone thing on the inside, get the mildew out of it.
gonna set it right there,
Okay.
I guess. I don't know if right there might be the
Maybe.
best place. Let's see. Turn that thing
Probably
on.
do it 10 minutes.
Do
8.
Yeah, we'll do 10.
10. Yeah.
Okay.
What's that there? Lets you know to
Yeah.
get back.
Cracker Jack.
There we go.
Have the electrified when we go back to it.
Uh-huh.
Toward. Chevrolet disease is what that is.
Okay, so we got this truck washed up and got the inside cleaned up fairly good. I still need to vacuum it. Ran the ozone machine in it to kill that mildew. I gotta get a breather for it and put a couple of things back on it, but hopefully it'll run good. Maybe.